Hello, Warriors fans. Today, we're diving into some of the hottest developments surrounding Golden State, focusing on player movement, trade speculation, and the current challenges facing the squad. We know the season is still early, but with a lot of buzz in the league, it's worth breaking down every angle that could impact the team moving forward. Jonathan Kuminga has been a name on everyone's lips recently, and not necessarily for all the reasons you might think. Reports have emerged that Kuminga feels a bit like a scapegoat, and that sentiment has reignited discussions around the possibility of trading him when he becomes eligible in mid-January. While that news might seem alarming at first, the upside for the Warriors is that his trade value remains very solid, making him a valuable asset should the front office decide to explore options. Analysts across the league continue to highlight Kuminga as a highly attractive trade chip, with the anticipation only growing as the season progresses and the trade deadline approaches. There has been extensive speculation about potential trade packages involving Kuminga, with names like Trey Murphy III, Herb Jones, and Malik Monk frequently coming up in rumor circles. While those deals have received attention, there are other players who may not have been in the spotlight as much, but could realistically be part of a trade scenario that benefits the Warriors in the long term. Grayson Allen is one such player. Known for his sharpshooting ability, Allen is connecting on nearly 45% of his three-point attempts while taking nearly 9 shots per game from deep. Imagine lineups pairing him with Stephen Curry and Moses Moody, where spacing and perimeter shooting become a real nightmare for opponents. Beyond his scoring, Allen contributes meaningfully in ball movement, averaging over 4 assists per game while keeping turnovers low. Offensively, he could immediately elevate Golden State's floor spacing and scoring versatility. However, the concern comes on the defensive end. Allen is not particularly large at 6'3", and his defensive game struggles against elite ball handlers, meaning the Warriors would have to weigh whether pairing him with Curry leaves the team vulnerable on that side of the floor. It's also worth noting that Allen's availability might be influenced by how his current team values younger players like Kuminga, particularly if they find themselves needing to balance minutes for veterans. Then there's Andrew Wiggins, who has also generated conversation. Wiggins has had mixed results since moving to Miami, with on-off statistics showing that his presence on the court has sometimes coincided with less efficiency from the team. The Heat appear poised to prioritize financial flexibility, as Wiggins holds a sizable player option for next season that Miami may not want to see exercised. Trading for Kuminga could free up not only salary but also minutes at the small forward position, giving Golden State a chance to bring in a versatile talent who fits their vision for the future. Wiggins' offense has remained fairly consistent, so any trade scenario would hinge on the Warriors' confidence in his defensive capabilities, as well as how they project his contributions alongside Curry and the current roster. Another potential, though less likely, target is Ivica Zubac. Zubac presents an intriguing mix of elite defense and rebounding, something the Warriors have not had in recent years at the center position since Andrew Bogut's peak. He is a crafty scorer, shooting efficiently around the rim and securing double-digit rebounds regularly. The challenge, of course, is that acquiring Zubac could cost multiple first-round picks, and integrating a non-spacing big into Golden State's offense is a risky move, given the team's reliance on floor spacing to maximize Curry and Thompson's effectiveness. Yet, with the Clippers struggling this season and facing uncertainty around key players like Kawhi Leonard, there could be an opportunity for Golden State to negotiate a deal that brings in a player capable of anchoring the defense and contributing offensively in the paint. The potential long-term upside might justify the gamble, particularly when thinking about the post-Steph era and the value of combining young talent like Kuminga with future assets. Turning back to Kuminga, his own situation remains a focal point for fans and analysts alike. Even after agreeing to a new contract this summer, he appears somewhat unsettled, prompting questions about his long-term fit with the team. The 2-year deal, which includes a team option for the second year, should have offered some stability, but the adjustment period has been challenging. He has started a dozen games, contributing solid numbers, yet hasn't taken the leap in performance that many expected. That uncertainty has created both internal and external speculation about what the next steps might be for him and the Warriors organization. In moments like these, support from teammates can be crucial, and Jimmy Butler has stepped up as a mentor figure for Kuminga. Butler has openly shared empathy, relating to what it feels like to play on a team where the future is unclear. His words emphasize that while feelings of doubt and frustration are natural, Kuminga has support both within a locker room and from those who understand the pressures of professional basketball. This kind of guidance is especially important for young players navigating contract negotiations, roster decisions, and the mental challenges of being a developing star in a championship-caliber environment. Kuminga's recent decision to skip training camp while his contract situation was being resolved is another point of conversation. Some might misinterpret it as a lack of commitment, but within the professional basketball landscape, such decisions are often seen as prioritizing long-term career and financial security. Butler's reassurance that the rest of the squad holds no ill will highlights the team's understanding of the business side of the NBA. Players like Kuminga often face scrutiny for decisions that are strategic rather than personal, and having a teammate openly support you can make a meaningful difference in performance and confidence as the season progresses. Meanwhile, Golden State's roster has other areas drawing attention, such as Al Horford's role. Horford was brought in to help fill the void left by Kevin Looney, yet his performance so far has been noticeably underwhelming. His shooting percentages, both from the field and beyond the arc, have dropped significantly compared to his final season with Boston. At 39, age and the physical toll of the game are certainly factors, but it raises questions about whether he can consistently contribute at the level the Warriors hoped for. Even as his numbers have slightly improved in recent games, the team's patience is not unlimited. Golden State needs meaningful contributions from all parts of the roster to compete in the Western Conference, where every game is a battle and margin for error is small. All of these moving pieces, from trade possibilities to player development, mentorship, and roster performance, paint a picture of a team navigating a delicate balance between competing now and planning for the future. Warriors fans are watching closely, knowing that the next few months could define not only the remainder of this season, but also the strategic direction for years to come. The decisions made around Jonathan Kuminga, potential trades, and how the team integrates both veterans and younger talent will have ripple effects that reach far beyond the current record, shaping Golden State's identity for the next era of basketball. As we continue to examine Golden State's current season and the potential moves looming on the horizon, it is impossible to ignore the broader context of the team's performance and how each individual's contributions tie into the larger strategy. While the Warriors have historically thrived on a mix of elite shooting, versatile defenders, and high basketball IQ, this season has presented challenges that test the adaptability of both players and coaching staff. Jonathan Kuminga remains a pivotal figure in these discussions, not just because of trade speculation, but due to his ongoing development and the role he could play in shaping the next iteration of this team. His athleticism, ability to create off the dribble, and scoring versatility make him a coveted asset across the league, yet his inconsistent performances raise questions about timing, fit, and readiness to take on a primary role. The balance between developing his talent internally and leveraging his trade value externally is delicate, and Golden State's front office has to carefully weigh both short-term and long-term priorities. Grayson Allen, as mentioned earlier, is intriguing precisely because he represents a very different type of asset compared to Kuminga. His sharp shooting and ball-handling abilities could complement Stephen Curry's unmatched shooting gravity, opening up lanes for cuts and creating opportunities for secondary scoring that the Warriors have sometimes lacked this season. However, Allen's defensive shortcomings make him a nuanced choice. He is not capable of consistently guarding the league's top point guards, meaning his inclusion in a trade or rotation has to be balanced with other defensive-minded players. What makes Allen particularly interesting in trade discussions is the concept of fit. With Curry commanding attention on the perimeter, having a player who can stretch the floor while also contributing to playmaking amplifies the effectiveness of existing core pieces. If the Warriors pursue Allen, they're betting not just on his shooting, but on the overall offensive synergy he can create, which could be a game-changer in tight Western Conference matchups where every point and possession is critical. Turning to Andrew Wiggins, his situation represents a mix of potential and risk. While his offensive numbers have remained steady, defensive concerns linger, particularly regarding his impact on team efficiency metrics. Yet, the financial and roster flexibility a Wiggins to Kuminga swap could offer is significant. In a league where salary cap management can dictate the difference between championship contention and stagnation, the ability to clear minutes and free up a substantial contract can be transformative. Golden State's decision-makers are likely analyzing not only Wiggins' current contributions, but also projections for next season, considering how a young, high-upside player like Kuminga could integrate into a more flexible roster structure. It's a calculated risk, betting on youth, upside, and potential cohesion versus relying on a more established player whose ceiling might be capped. ERUPT says Zubac, while the least likely target, introduces another layer of complexity. His rebounding prowess and defensive acumen could fundamentally change the Warriors' interior presence, offering protection in a conference filled with athletic big men. The trade cost, however, would be steep, potentially involving multiple first-round picks. This raises the question of timing versus long-term vision. The Warriors have always been careful architects of their roster, and acquiring Zubac could signal a willingness to prioritize defensive identity over spacing concerns, at least temporarily. With the Clippers struggling and Kawhi Leonard's health uncertain, Zubac may become available at a discount relative to his defensive and rebounding impact. For a team that has relied heavily on perimeter shooting and small ball lineups, integrating a traditional big presents both risk and reward, a gamble on whether the benefits of defense and rim protection outweigh the cost to offensive spacing. Meanwhile, the personal development of Jonathan Kuminga cannot be overstated. His challenges on the court and the scrutiny surrounding his role highlight the pressures young players face in a championship-caliber environment. Kuminga's decision to sit out training camp while negotiating his contract demonstrates maturity and an understanding of the business side of the NBA, though it also attracts criticism from fans and commentators. Having a veteran like Jimmy Butler provide guidance is invaluable. Butler's mentorship goes beyond basketball skills. It is about mental resilience, navigating uncertainty, and understanding that a player's value is not solely defined by immediate on-court results. This kind of support network can be instrumental in helping young athletes like Kuminga develop confidence, refine decision-making, and ultimately unlock their potential within a complex team system. Al Horford's situation adds another layer of intrigue. Signed to bring experience and stability to the frontcourt, his numbers so far have fallen short of expectations. At 39 years old, he is naturally experiencing some decline, but the gap between his performance with the Celtics and his current output with Golden State is significant. Shooting percentages have dropped considerably, impacting both scoring efficiency and floor spacing. Steve Kerr's careful management of Horford's minutes suggests an acknowledgement of these struggles, yet there is an inherent tension between patience and the need for immediate contributions. Every rotation decision carries weight in a competitive Western Conference, and while Horford's veteran presence brings intangible benefits, the team cannot rely solely on incremental improvements to secure wins. His case exemplifies the delicate balance coaches must maintain between nurturing talent, managing aging veterans, and pushing for optimal team performance. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The arena buzzed with attention that was almost tangible, and at the center of it all was young HANSEN. The rising star has once again stirred the pot, this time with a series of pointed remarks that seemed less like friendly banter and more like a deliberate provocation aimed at the Warriors fan base. Eyewitnesses report that HANSEN, known for his ice-cold precision on the court, smirked after a sequence of plays, seemingly feeding off the roar and jeers of the home crowd. Whispers are spreading fast. Some insiders claim this was planned, a calculated move to get under the Warriors' skin and shift the psychological edge. Fans in the stands didn't take long to react. Chants and waves of boos erupted, mingled with flashes of cameras capturing every smirk and gesture. Social media lit up almost immediately, dissecting every moment HANSEN spent near the sidelines, every word caught on a microphone. Analysts are speculating about the effect of this mental gamesmanship, with some suggesting that HANSEN's antics could either ignite his team or backfire spectacularly. Meanwhile, Warriors supporters are reportedly seething, creating a growing tension that has everyone talking. Even casual observers are feeling the ripple of this feud. In locker rooms, sources say conversations have turned to strategy, not just for the game itself, but for handling the increasing distraction HANSEN appears to be cultivating. Coaches are rumored to be warning their players to keep focus while the star antagonist prowls the court with his characteristic grin. Sports bars and online forums are filled with debates, some fans labeling HANSEN a genius provocateur, others calling him reckless. The drama is building, and the air is thick with speculation. Is this a prelude to a legendary rivalry, or just another headline in an already heated season? For now, one thing is certain. Young HANSEN has captured everyone's attention, and the Warriors' faithful are not letting it slide. The question hanging over the league is clear. Will this psychological chess match tilt in favor of HANSEN, or will the roar of the home crowd reclaim momentum? Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.